For more on all of this, let's bring in Aaron Perini, Director of Press Communications for the Trump campaign. What was the reaction at the White House, Aaron, when the Nobel Peace Prize nomination came out, nomination for President Trump?
Well, President Trump has rightly received two potentials for the idea of getting a Nobel Peace Prize. I certainly can't speak for what the White House reaction was, as I'm on the campaign side. But listen, this is a president who has had a strong foreign security delivery for the country. He has been able to withdraw our troops, bring them safely home, and broker peace deals that people said would never happen. So President Trump is a strong leader both here and abroad. That's something that is so contrary to what you see on the Democrat side, where you see Joe Biden, who is supporting the war in Iraq, who has lost so many of the American lives that we fight for here. President Trump has brought peace to the Middle East. He's continuing to fight for that, and it's an extraordinary show of his leadership.
Well, Joe Biden has said that, for instance, the killing of General Qasem Soleimani, the Iranian general who was taken out in an airstrike under President Trump, Joe Biden said that that would turn the Middle East into a tinderbox and put the U.S. on the verge of war. Instead, you have peace deals breaking out.
Well, Joe Biden's been on the wrong side of almost every foreign interaction during his entire tenure as both a senator and vice president. Even Robert Gates said that himself. Listen, Joe Biden's not good on foreign policy here. He did not want us to take out Osama bin Laden, and we did. The president has taken out terrorists. He has destroyed the ISIS caliphate. President Trump has brought a strong presence of the United States across the globe. He has rebuilt our military, and that ability to do so is showing that peace is possible in the Middle East. Listen, President Trump's not a politician. He's doing this the American way, and it is paying dividends, while Joe Biden is still on the wrong side of history.
Perhaps it is not surprising that the Speaker of the House is not particularly impressed with these latest peace deals. Listen to what Nancy Pelosi said.
We've been waiting for a very long time for the president's proposal for an Israeli-Palestinian peace agreement that honored the two-state solution. It still hasn't come. Good for him for having a distraction on a day when the numbers of people who are affected and the numbers of people who are dying from this virus only increases.
So she calls it a distraction, this latest peace deal, and managed to work in the COVID pandemic. Your reaction?
Nancy Pelosi herself is a distraction. If I wanted, or anybody wanted, Nancy Pelosi's opinion about absolutely anything when it comes to foreign policy in the United States, we could find her at the hair salon making sure she gets taken care of, while millions of Americans are fighting for their jobs and President Trump is fighting for them. Nancy Pelosi does not know what she is talking about. She is an abject failure as Speaker of the House. She is a hypocrite, and she wants to sit there and call it a distraction. The fact that President Trump is delivering monumental peace deals, the distraction is Nancy herself. She's trying to distract from the fact that Joe Biden is a bad candidate. She's trying to distract from the fact that Joe Biden is falling like a rock in water in the polls across the country. And she is trying to distract from the fact that Democrats were cheering and celebrating the fact that they refused to pass legislation over this week in the Capitol to provide more money for the Paycheck Protection Program, to provide money for the Postal Service, for America's farmers. Nancy Pelosi just needs to stop talking.
We mentioned earlier in the hour that the president is about to have a rally in Nevada, Minden, Nevada. Joe Biden's campaign calls those rallies reckless, I guess, because of the possibility of COVID exposure. Your response?
Joe Biden said that he would follow the science, and that's why he couldn't go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for his acceptance speech as the Democrat nominee. I'm in Shawano, Wisconsin right now. Our campaign is across the country. President Trump is on his way to Nevada as we speak. Joe Biden, the science didn't change for Joe Biden. He just saw, again, that his polls are falling, that he is going to lose to President Trump. And so he is deciding to have a socially distanced event with, 6.5 people in a crowd somewhere. Listen, President Trump's supporters are enthusiastic. We are doing this safely. We are making sure there are temperature checks, that masks are provided, and that there is hand sanitizer readily available. And for those who can't join us in person, join us online. This is a movement that can be absolutely everywhere. Joe Biden said that he wanted to follow the science, but Joe Biden isn't listening, and he hasn't listened to the American people. We're excited to be out all across the country for President Trump, and he's excited to be in Nevada.
We'll have more on that Nevada rally later. Erin Perini, Director of Press Communications for the Trump campaign. Erin, thank you.
Thanks, John.
And tonight on Justice